All in the Family, 1971, was more than just a sitcom. It was a groundbreaking show that pushed boundaries and tackled tough social issues with humor and heart. From Archie Bunker's controversial views to Edith's unwavering kindness, the characters became unforgettable icons of television. But what happened to the beloved cast after the show ended? Who is still around and who has sadly passed away after over 5 decades? How did the show's stars transition to life after All in the Family? Join us as we look back on the lives of these legendary actors and reveal the surprising, emotional stories of what's happened since the cameras stopped rolling. Carroll O'Connor as Archie Bunker. Carroll O'Connor's portrayal of Archie Bunker on All in the Family is one of the most iconic roles in television history. Known for his unapologetically bigoted yet lovable character, Archie was a blue-collar World War II veteran who struggled to adapt to the rapidly changing social landscape of the 1970s. While his views were often controversial and problematic, O'Connor infused the character with a level of humanity that allowed audiences to understand him as more than just a caricature of prejudice. O'Connor was born in New York City on August 2, 1924, and went on to study at the University of Montana before establishing a career in theater both in the U.S. and in Dublin. His early TV appearances included guest spots on shows like Gunsmoke, Bonanza, and The Fugitive, but it was his role as Archie Bunker that truly catapulted him to stardom. Initially, the role was met with skepticism, especially by O'Connor himself, who didn't expect All in the Family to succeed. However, the show became a cultural phenomenon, running from 1971 to 1979 and earning O'Connor 4 Primetime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Comedy Series. O'Connor was not just an actor, but also a protector of his character's evolution. He worked with the show's creator, Norman Lear, to ensure that Archie would grow and evolve with the audience, adding layers of complexity to his bigotry and offering glimpses of his vulnerability. This nuanced portrayal made Archie Bunker a more relatable, if flawed, figure, and cemented the show as a groundbreaking piece of television history. After All in the Family, O'Connor continued to enjoy success with the spin-off Archie Bunker's Place, 1979 to 1983, and went on to star in the popular drama series In the Heat of the Night, 1988 to 1995, where he played the role of Bill Gillespie, a Southern police chief. His performances in both comedy and drama made him one of the rare actors to win Emmys in both categories. Behind the scenes, O'Connor's life was marked by both personal joy and deep tragedy. In 1962, while living in Rome, he and his wife Nancy Fields adopted a son, Hugh, named after O'Connor's late brother. Hugh, who appeared in the Heat of the Night, tragically took his own life in 1995 after a long battle with drug addiction. This devastating loss profoundly affected O'Connor, who became an outspoken advocate for drug addiction awareness, appearing in public service announcements for the Partnership for a Drug-Free America. He also helped push for the passage of the Drug Dealer Liability Act in California, which allowed families to sue drug dealers for the damages caused by their actions. O'Connor's other notable contributions include his passion for cars, particularly through his automotive restoration shop, Carroll O'Connor Classics, where he kept many of his personal vehicles, as well as those once owned by his son. O'Connor was also deeply involved in philanthropy, including a $1 million donation to the University of Montana, his alma mater, which led to the establishment of the O'Connor Center for the Rocky Mountain West. Carroll O'Connor passed away on June 21, 2001, at the age of 76, from complications related to diabetes and a heart attack. His career left an indelible mark on the television industry, particularly through his role as Archie Bunker. O'Connor's net worth at the time of his death was estimated at $20 million. He left behind a legacy not only in television but also in advocacy, particularly in drug addiction awareness, which he championed after the loss of his son. Carroll O'Connor's portrayal of Archie Bunker will forever be remembered as one of the most influential performances in television history. Jean Stapleton as Edith Bunker. Jean Stapleton brought Edith Bunker to life in the groundbreaking sitcom All in the Family, where she played Archie Bunker's kind-hearted but ditzy wife. Edith was the emotional heart of the series, often enduring Archie's blunt insults, such as calling her a dingbat and his demands to stifle herself. Despite her naive demeanor, Edith occasionally stood her ground, showcasing a simple yet profound wisdom. The love between Edith and Archie was undeniable, and Stapleton's portrayal of Edith made her one of the most beloved characters on television. Stapleton developed Edith's unique voice and mannerisms, which became hallmarks of the character. Her performance earned her 3 Emmy Awards and 2 Golden Globes, cementing her place in TV history. She remained with the series throughout its run and reprised her role briefly in the spin-off Archie Bunker's Place before deciding to move on. Edith was written out of the series, with the character dying of a stroke off-screen. Born Jean Murray on January 19, 1923 in New York City, Stapleton had performing in her blood. Her mother was an opera singer, and her father was a businessman. After graduating from Hunter College, she began her career in summer stock theater and eventually transitioned to Broadway. Stapleton appeared in musicals such as Funny Girl and Damn Yankees, where she showcased her acting and singing talents. Before her iconic role on All in the Family, Stapleton appeared in guest roles on TV series like The Patty Duke Show, My 3 Sons, and Dennis the Menace. She also had roles in films such as Up the Down Staircase, 1967, and the 1958 movie adaptation of Damn Yankees. Interestingly, Stapleton turned down the role of Mrs. TV in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory to take on the role of Edith Bunker. After leaving Archie Bunker's Place, Stapleton continued to build an impressive career. She starred alongside Whoopi Goldberg in the 1990 series Baghdad Cafe, based on the 1987 film. One of her last notable roles was as Bertie Conrad in the 1998 romantic comedy You've Got Mail, where she shared a touching scene with Meg Ryan, advising her character to follow her heart. Jean Stapleton rarely appeared on talk shows, but reunited with Carroll O'Connor, Archie Bunker, on The Donnie and Marie Show in 2000. She remained active in theater and continued to take on various acting projects until her retirement. In personal life, Stapleton married William Putch, a theater director, in 1957, and the couple remained together until his death in 1983. They had 2 children, John Putch, a writer, director, and actor, and Pamela Putch, a television producer. The couple worked closely at the Totem Pole Playhouse in Pennsylvania, where Stapleton performed regularly. When her husband passed away suddenly during a theater production, Stapleton demonstrated her dedication by continuing to perform the same evening. Stapleton was also active in her personal beliefs, supporting causes like the Equal Rights Amendment and participating in the 1977 National Women's Conference. She was a Christian Scientist and maintained a positive, grounded outlook on life. Jean Stapleton passed away from natural causes on May 31, 2013, at the age of 90, in her Manhattan apartment. Her passing was met with tributes from her co-stars and fans. Norman Lear, the creator of All in the Family, remarked, "No one gave more profound how to be a human being lessons than Jean Stapleton." Rob Reiner, who played her son-in-law on the show, called working with her one of the greatest experiences of his life. Sally Struthers, her on-screen daughter, described Stapleton as a walking, living angel. At the time of her death, Jean Stapleton's net worth was estimated to be around $10 million, a testament to her successful career in television, film, and theater. From her humble beginnings on the stage to her iconic roles on screen, Jean Stapleton left an indelible mark on the entertainment world. She was not just Edith Bunker, but an enduring symbol of kindness, resilience, and grace. Rob Reiner as Michael Meathead Stivic. Rob Reiner, affectionately remembered as Michael Meathead Stivic from the groundbreaking sitcom All in the Family, brought life to the role of Archie Bunker's liberal son-in-law. The character, an idealistic and intellectual hippie, constantly clashed with Archie over social and political issues, representing the generational and ideological divides of the era. Reiner's portrayal was both comedic and poignant, earning him 2 Primetime Emmy Awards for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series. Reiner appeared in 174 of the show's 202 episodes between 1971 and 1978. Though the role of Michael Stivic became iconic, it was not initially an easy one to cast. Hollywood legends like Richard Dreyfuss vied for the part, and Harrison Ford famously turned it down, citing the bigotry inherent in Archie's character. Ultimately, Reiner's chemistry with the ensemble, particularly Carroll O'Connor, Archie, made him the perfect fit. After leaving All in the Family at the end of Season 8, Reiner shifted focus from acting to directing, establishing himself as a cinematic force. His directorial debut, This Is Spinal Tap, 1984, became a cult classic. He followed it with a series of iconic films, including Stand By Me, 1986, a heartfelt coming-of-age drama, The Princess Bride, 1987, a whimsical and enduring fairy tale, When Harry Met Sally, 1989, a romantic comedy that defined a genre, Misery, 1990, a chilling adaptation of Stephen King's novel, A Few Good Men, 1992, a legal drama that earned a Best Picture Oscar nomination. In addition to directing, Reiner has produced projects like Seinfeld and has continued to act in both comedic and dramatic roles. Reiner's personal life has been as rich as his career. In 1971, he married actress and director Penny Marshall, adopting her daughter Tracy Reiner, who would later act in films like A League of Their Own. The couple divorced in 1981. Reiner found love again with photographer Michelle Singer, whom he met while directing When Harry Met Sally. They married in 1989 and share 3 children, Jake, Nick, and Romy. Together, they co-founded the I Am Your Child Foundation and Parents Action for Children, nonprofits dedicated to early childhood education and advocacy. At 77 years old, Reiner remains active in Hollywood and continues to advocate for social and political causes. Despite his many accolades, including a Hollywood Walk of Fame star and critical acclaim for his films, Reiner humorously notes that he will always be meathead to fans. As he once quipped, "I could win the Nobel Prize, and it would still say, Meathead wins Nobel Prize." With a career spanning over 5 decades, Reiner's estimated net worth is $200 million, reflecting his success as an actor, director, producer, and writer. Rob Reiner's enduring impact on entertainment extends beyond All in the Family. Whether through his heartfelt films or his advocacy work, he continues to be a voice for progressive values, just like Michael Meathead Stivic, the character that first made him a household name. Sally Struthers as Gloria Stivic. Sally Struthers rose to fame as Gloria Stivic, Archie and Edith Bunker's free-spirited daughter on All in the Family. Gloria was a unique blend of her parents. She inherited Edith's kindness and Archie's stubbornness, and her character often mediated between her father and husband, Michael Meathead Stivic, usually siding with the latter. Gloria's feminist ideals and fiery spirit made her an iconic character in television history. Norman Lear, the creator of All in the Family, first noticed Struthers on the Smothers Brothers summer show and was captivated by her charm. Although competition for the role was fierce, Penny Marshall, Rob Reiner's then-wife, was also considered, Struthers won the part. Despite her success, Struthers struggled with the role early on, feeling it lacked depth. By 1974, She attempted to break her contract to explore other opportunities. However, her request was denied, and she continued on the show until its 8th season. After leaving All in the Family, Struthers reprised her role in guest appearances on Archie Bunker's Place and the short-lived spin-off, Gloria, 1982 to 1983. After All in the Family, Struthers appeared in notable projects across TV and film. She voiced Pebbles Flintstone in the Pebbles and Bam Bam Show and Charlene Sinclair in Jim Henson's Dinosaurs. Her voice work extended to Disney's Tailspin, where she played Rebecca Cunningham. Struthers remained active in live-action roles as well, appearing in 9 to 5 and gaining renewed popularity with her portrayal of Babette Dell in Gilmore Girls. This role reunited her with former All in the Family castmate Liz Torres. In personal life, Sally Struthers married psychiatrist William C. Rader in 1977. The couple had one daughter, Samantha, before divorcing in 1983. Struthers has largely kept her personal life private since her divorce, focusing on her career and philanthropic efforts. Struthers is widely recognized for her activism. She served as a spokesperson for the Christian Children's Fund, now Child Fund International, passionately advocating for impoverished children in developing countries. Her heartfelt TV ads became iconic, inspiring countless people to support the cause. Additionally, she worked with the International Correspondence School, ICS, famously pitching, "Do you want to make more money? Sure, we all do." Now 77 years old, Sally Struthers continues to act in theater and television. She has maintained her influence in the industry with a legacy that spans decades. Sally Struthers' estimated net worth is $8 million, reflecting her success across acting, voice work, and advocacy. From her early days as Gloria to her work as an activist and her contributions to TV classics, Sally Struthers remains a beloved figure in the entertainment industry. Her career, like her iconic All in the Family character, has been defined by perseverance, passion, and heart. Danielle Brisebois as Stephanie Mills. Danielle Brisebois joined the cast of All in the Family in its 9th season as Stephanie Mills, a bright and precocious 9-year-old who becomes a regular in the Bunker household. Stephanie, the abandoned daughter of Edith's cousin Floyd, is left on the Bunker's doorstep, and the family takes her in, providing new dynamics to the iconic sitcom. Known for her sharp wit and occasional remarks at Archie, Stephanie brought a fresh perspective to the show as it neared its conclusion. Carroll O'Connor, who played Archie Bunker, was instrumental in casting Brisebois. He saw her in the original Broadway production of Annie, where she portrayed Molly, one of the orphans, and was impressed by her talent. This led to her being written into the show, where she remained through its transition into Archie Bunker's Place, appearing in all 4 seasons of the spin-off. Brisebois earned acclaim for her role as Stephanie, even receiving a Golden Globe nomination in 1982 for her performance in Archie Bunker's Place. However, as she grew older, she decided to pivot her career towards music, a decision sparked by a desire for more creative fulfillment. Danielle Brisebois transitioned into the music industry with remarkable success. She released her debut solo album, Arrive All Over You, in 1994. She later joined forces with musician Greg Alexander to form the band New Radicals. Their hit song, You Get What You Give, from 1998, became a pop anthem and remains a beloved classic. Beyond her work with New Radicals, Brisebois established herself as a talented songwriter. She co-wrote Natasha Bedingfield's hit song Unwritten and collaborated with Alexander on Lost Stars, a track from the 2014 film Begin Again. The latter earned them an Academy Award nomination for Best Original Song, marking a major milestone in her music career. Danielle Brisebois was born on June 28, 1969, making her 55 years old as of 2023. She married producer, composer, and guitarist Nick Lashley on August 2, 2023-2008. The couple has identical twin daughters, Charlotte and Lola, born in December 2013. Brisebois enjoys a quiet and private life with her family, away from the Hollywood spotlight. Despite her preference for privacy, she occasionally connects with fans through social media, sharing glimpses of her life and career updates. As of 2024, Danielle Brisebois has an estimated net worth of $8 million. Her wealth reflects her successful career in both acting and music, as well as her continued influence as a songwriter and performer. From her early days on All in the Family to her accolades in the music industry, Danielle Brisebois has built a multifaceted career that highlights her versatility and talent. Today, she remains a beloved figure to fans of the classic sitcom and a respected name in the world of music. Mike Evans as Lionel Jefferson. Lionel Jefferson, the first taste of the Jeffersons, made his debut in the premiere episode of All in the Family, Meet the Bunkers. Played by Mike Evans, Lionel was groundbreaking as a confident and opinionated young black man who often used humor and intellect to navigate Archie Bunker's casual racism. Rather than taking Archie's remarks to heart, Lionel saw them as signs of Archie's ignorance and backward thinking. This dynamic brought humor and depth to the series, making Lionel an essential part of the show's cultural impact. Mike Evans was hand-picked for the role by producer and director John Rich, who saw promise in the young college drama major despite his lack of acting experience. Show creator Norman Lear originally wanted Cleavon Little of Blazing Saddles fame for the role, but Rich convinced him to go with Evans, whose approachable demeanor fit the character. Evans continued to portray Lionel in The Jeffersons, a spin-off of All in the Family, where his character developed further. Lionel marries his biracial wife Jenny, and together they have a daughter, Jessica. However, Evans left the show after its first season to pursue other ventures, including his role as a co-creator and writer for Good Times, another groundbreaking sitcom that focused on a black family in Chicago. After stepping away from The Jeffersons, Evans was briefly replaced by actor Damon Evans' no relation. However, Mike Evans returned to reprise his role as Lionel in the 6th through 8th seasons of the series. Beyond his television career, Evans expanded his horizons. He appeared as Lenny in the 1976-77 sitcom The Practice and pursued real estate investment, owning several properties in California's Inland Empire. Mike Evans led a relatively private life. He was survived by 2 daughters, Carlena and Tammy, as well as his mother, Annie Sue, a brother, a cousin, and a niece. His life was tragically cut short when he passed away from throat cancer on December 14, 2006, at the age of 57. He died at his mother's home in 29 Palms, California. Evans's body was cremated, and his legacy lives on through his contributions to television and his portrayal of Lionel Jefferson, a character who challenged stereotypes and became a cultural icon. At the time of his death, Mike Evans had an estimated net worth of approximately $2 million. His wealth was a result of his work in television, both as an actor and a writer, as well as his success in real estate investments. Mike Evans's portrayal of Lionel Jefferson remains a vital part of television history. His work on All in the Family and The Jeffersons helped bring issues of race and class to the forefront of American television. Additionally, his behind-the-scenes contributions to Good Times cemented his status as a trailblazer in the entertainment industry. Rest in peace, Mike Evans. Your contributions to television and culture continue to resonate today. Isabel Sanford as Louise Jefferson. Isabel Sanford brought life and charm to the role of Louise "Wheezy" Jefferson in All in the Family and its spin-off The Jeffersons. As George Jefferson's sensible and compassionate wife, Louise stood out as a character who balanced George's fiery temper with her calm demeanor and sharp wit. Unlike the often quarreling George and Archie Bunker, Louise formed a bond with Edith Bunker, creating a heartwarming contrast to the chaos caused by their husbands. Louise Jefferson first appeared in the first season of All in the Family, making her debut earlier than Sherman Hemsley's George Jefferson. Isabel Sanford's portrayal of Louise was praised for its blend of intelligence, warmth, and humor, helping establish the Jeffersons as one of television's most iconic families. Born on August 29, 1917, in New York City, Isabel Sanford began her acting career in Harlem, joining the American Negro Theater and the Star Players after graduating high school. She made her stage debut in 1946 and performed in both off-Broadway and Broadway productions. Her breakout role came in the 1967 film Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, where her performance caught the attention of television pioneer Norman Lear. He cast her in All in the Family, which launched her into the spotlight. Sanford transitioned seamlessly to the Jeffersons when the series debuted in 1975. Her performance earned her 5 Golden Globe nominations and 7 Emmy nominations. In 1981, she made history as the first black actress to win the Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series. Following the Jeffersons, Sanford continued to work in television, appearing in guest roles and even starring in her own short-lived sitcom, Isabel's Honeymoon Hotel. Her contributions to television were honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame in 2004. Sanford married house painter William Edward Sonny Richmond in 1945. The couple had 3 children, sons Sanford K. Richmond and Eric Richmond, and daughter Pamela Richmond Ruff. After separating from her husband in 1960, Sanford moved to Los Angeles with her children to pursue her acting career. Her husband remained in New York and passed away later that same year. Sanford was known for her dedication to her craft and her family. Despite the challenges of single motherhood, she successfully balanced raising her children and building a career in Hollywood. In September 2003, Sanford underwent preventive surgery on her carotid artery. Unfortunately, her health declined in the following months. On July 4, 2004, she was hospitalized at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles, where she passed away 5 days later at the age of 86 due to natural causes. She was laid to rest at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Hollywood Hills. At the time of her passing, Isabel Sanford had an estimated net worth of $3 million, amassed through her decades-long career in television, film, and theater. Isabel Sanford's portrayal of Louise Jefferson remains a cornerstone of television history. As a trailblazer in the industry, she broke barriers and brought depth and nuance to her roles, inspiring countless actors and actresses who followed. Her Emmy win and star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame are testaments to her talent and enduring legacy. Alan Melvin as Barney Hefner. Alan Melvin played the lovable and often hapless Barney Hefner, Archie Bunker's neighbor and close friend, on All in the Family. Introduced in 1972, Barney started as a recurring character, but his role expanded over the seasons. By the time the show's spin-off, Archie Bunker's Place, aired, Melvin was a series regular, appearing in all 4 seasons. Interestingly, Melvin first appeared on All in the Family as a desk sergeant in the Season 2 episode Archie in the Lockup. While it was a minor role, it showcased his versatility and paved the way for his more prominent role as Barney. Barney Hefner brought comedic relief with his easygoing demeanor and sometimes clueless remarks, making him an endearing presence on the show. Born on February 18, 1923 in Kansas City, Missouri, Alan Melvin had a rich career spanning decades. Known for his expressive face and distinct voice, he was a versatile actor who excelled in both live-action and voiceover roles. Before his time on All in the Family, Melvin was already a familiar face on television. He made multiple appearances on popular shows like The Andy Griffith Show, The Dick Van Dyke Show, My Favorite Martian, as salesman Pete Dudley, and The Brady Bunch, as Sam, Alice's boyfriend. Melvin also had a prolific voiceover career, bringing to life beloved animated characters such as Bluto in Popeye, Magilla Gorilla, and Electro in Spider-Man. In addition to acting, Melvin gained fame as Al the Plumber in Liquid Plumber commercials, a role he held for 15 years. After Archie Bunker's place ended in 1983, Melvin focused exclusively on voice acting, with his final role being Magilla Gorilla in Scooby-Doo, in 1983 Arabian Nights in 1994. In personal life, Alan Melvin was married to his wife, Amalia Faustina Sestero, for over 64 years, a testament to their enduring bond. The couple shared 2 daughters and built a private life outside the spotlight. Known for his professionalism and humor, Melvin was beloved by colleagues and fans alike. He preferred to keep a low profile, focusing on his craft rather than celebrity status. Alan Melvin passed away from cancer on January 17, 2008, at the age of 84. He was laid to rest at Westwood Memorial Cemetery in Los Angeles, fittingly near his All in the Family co-star Carroll O'Connor. At the time of his death, Melvin's estimated net worth was $2 million, a reflection of his successful and diverse career. Jason Wingreen as Harry Snowden. Jason Wingreen brought humor and a touch of rivalry to All in the Family as Harry Snowden, the bartender at Kelsey's bar. Initially, Harry wanted to buy the bar himself, but Archie Bunker beat him to it by mortgaging his house. Despite their initial competition, Harry stayed on as the bartender and later became Archie's business partner when the establishment became Archie Bunker's place. The dynamic between Harry and Archie added depth to the show, as their frequent conflicts highlighted their contrasting personalities. While Archie was brash and headstrong, Harry was more pragmatic, often acting as a foil to Archie's antics. Born on October 9, 1920, in Brooklyn, New York, Jason Wingreen had a prolific career that spanned television, film, and theater. He was one of the founding members of Greenwich Village's Circle in the Square Theater, a pivotal institution in the off-Broadway movement. Wingreen's versatility as an actor led to roles in several iconic productions. Beyond his time on All in the Family and Archie Bunker's Place, his acting credits include voicing Boba Fett in The Empire Strikes Back, 1980. Though his voice was later replaced in the 2004 DVD release, his original performance remains a favorite among Star Wars purists. Playing Dr. Brody in the classic comedy Airplane, 1980. Recurring roles on Matlock and The Untouchables. Guest appearances on popular shows like The Twilight Zone, Star Trek, Seinfeld, and In the Heat of the Night. His final acting roles came in the mid-1990s, after which he retired from the screen. In personal life, Jason Wingreen married Gloria Scott Back, lovingly known as Scotty, with whom he shared a long and happy marriage until her passing in 1996. The couple had one son, Ned Wingreen, a renowned theoretical physicist. Jason also had 2 grandchildren and a sister, Harriet, who was a former pianist for the New York Philharmonic. Wingreen was known for his sharp wit, love for theater, and dedication to his family. Despite his fame, he lived a relatively private life. Jason Wingreen passed away peacefully at his home in Los Angeles, California, on December 25, 2015, at the age of 95. His death was mourned by fans and colleagues, including Star Wars actor Jeremy Bulloch, who paid tribute to him. At the time of his death, Jason Wingreen's estimated net worth was $10 million, a testament to his enduring impact on the entertainment industry and his iconic roles in both film and television. Betty Garrett as Irene Lorenzo. Betty Garrett portrayed Irene Lorenzo, one half of the Bunker's liberal Catholic neighbors on All in the Family. Irene was a progressive character for the time, breaking stereotypes as a feminist and a handywoman. She worked as a forklift operator alongside Archie, often challenging his conservative views. Irene also shared a touching moment in the series, revealing in a Christmas episode that she had undergone a mastectomy. Garrett joined the show in 1973 after a brief casting shuffle. Sada Thompson initially played the role but left after 1 episode, allowing Garrett to step in. Garrett's portrayal earned her a 1974 Golden Globe for Best Supporting Actress in Television. Despite her success, Irene was phased out in 1975. Garrett later gained widespread recognition as Edna Babish, the landlady on Laverne and Shirley. Garrett was a Broadway star in the 1940s and had a contract with MGM, appearing in films like On the Town alongside Gene Kelly and Frank Sinatra. Beyond television, Garrett had a rich stage career, co-founding Theater West in Los Angeles and earning acclaim for productions like Betty Garrett and Other Songs. Her later TV appearances included roles on Grey's Anatomy, Boston Public, and Murder, She Wrote. She even received an Emmy nomination for her guest role on Becker. Garrett married actor Larry Parks in 1944. Despite facing challenges during the Hollywood blacklist due to their previous ties to the Communist Party, they remained together until Parks's death in 1975. The couple had two sons, composer Garrett Parks and actor Andrew Parks. Garrett also had a granddaughter, Madison Claire Parks, who followed the family's artistic path. Betty Garrett passed away on February 12, 2011, at 91 from an aortic aneurysm. At the time of her death, her net worth was estimated to be $4 million. Much of it accrued through her and Parks' investments in Los Angeles real estate. Vincent Gardenia as Frank Lorenzo. Vincent Gardenia brought humor and warmth to the role of Frank Lorenzo, Irene's Italian-American husband. Frank's laid-back personality and love for cooking made him a sharp contrast to Archie's brash demeanor. Frank was often at the receiving end of Archie's jokes, but maintained a good-natured charm that endeared him to fans. Gardenia joined All in the Family in the early 1970s and became a staple of the Lorenzo household dynamic until the characters were written out in later seasons. Gardenia had a prolific career on stage and screen. He earned Tony Awards for his roles in The Prisoner of Second Avenue and The Last of the Red Hot Lovers. On film, he is remembered for his performances in Bang the Drum Slowly, 1973, for which he earned an Academy Award nomination, and Moonstruck, 1887, where he played Cher's father, earning another Oscar nomination. His television credits include appearances on The Golden Girls, Murder, She Wrote, and a recurring role on The Naked City. He continued acting into the early 2000s, with guest spots on shows like Grey's Anatomy. Gardenia was born in Naples, Italy, and immigrated to the United States as a child. Despite his public career, he kept his personal life private. He never married or had children, focusing his energy on his craft. Vincent Gardenia passed away on December 9, 1992, at the age of 72 from a heart attack while on tour with the stage play Breaking Legs. At the time of his death, his net worth was estimated at $1 million. Mel Stewart as Henry Jefferson. Mel Stewart played Henry Jefferson, George Jefferson's brother, in All in the Family. Introduced as part of the Jefferson family along with Louise and Lionel, Henry served as a placeholder for George Jefferson until Sherman Hemsley officially joined the cast. Stewart portrayed Henry as a sharp, confident character who often sparred with Archie Bunker over race and social issues. Henry Jefferson and George Jefferson only appeared together once in the 1973 episode Henry's Farewell, which was also Stewart's final appearance on the show. Henry's departure to Chicago marked the phasing out of his character, and he was not seen or mentioned in the Jefferson spin-off. Interestingly, in the closing credits of the episode The First and Last Supper, Stewart was incorrectly credited as playing George Jefferson instead of Henry. Though his time on All in the Family was brief, Mel Stewart enjoyed an extensive and versatile career in television, film, and theater. After All in the Family, Stewart starred in Roll Out, a comedy about black soldiers during World War II. He made guest appearances on popular TV shows like Good Times, The Rockford Files, Tabitha, a Bewitched spin-off, The Love Boat, Matlock, and The Golden Girls. His longest-running role was on the spy comedy Scarecrow and Mrs. King. Stewart's final role was in the 1993 film Made in America alongside Whoopi Goldberg and Ted Danson. In addition to acting, Stewart directed theater productions and taught acting at San Francisco State University. Among his students was acclaimed actor Danny Glover. Stewart also founded the Black Actors Now Through Unity Theater Group and directed plays at San Francisco's Center for African and African American Art and Culture and the Black Repertory Theater in Berkeley, California. Stewart married Annie Dong on July 11, 1976. The couple had one daughter together. Stewart was a man of many talents beyond acting. An accomplished jazz saxophonist, he had a deep love for music. He was also a third-degree black belt in Aikido and opened a dojo in San Francisco's Bayview district to provide martial arts training for inner-city youth. A dedicated advocate for the arts and community development, Stewart's contributions extended beyond the screen and stage. Mel Stewart passed away on February 24, 2002, at the age of 72 due to Alzheimer's disease. At the time of his death, he left behind a legacy as a versatile actor, musician, educator, and community leader. At the time of his passing, Mel Stewart's net worth was estimated to be around $1.5 million. This wealth was earned through his multifaceted career in acting, directing, and teaching, as well as his contributions to theater and music. Sherman Hemsley as George Jefferson. Sherman Hemsley is perhaps best known for his iconic role as George Jefferson, the sharp-tongued, ambitious patriarch who clashed with Archie Bunker on All in the Family in the 1970s. George Jefferson made his first appearance in 1973, and Hemsley played the character until 1978, often butting heads with Archie over their different outlooks on life, race, and society. Hemsley's portrayal of George Jefferson was loud, proud, and unapologetic, making him an unforgettable character that resonated with audiences. When the Jeffersons spin-off show premiered in 1975, it allowed Hemsley to fully explore the character's journey. The show focused on George and his wife Louise moving to a deluxe apartment in the sky in Manhattan, a symbol of upward mobility and success. The series ran for 11 successful seasons, from 1975 to 1985, and became one of the most beloved sitcoms in American television history. Hemsley's performance as George Jefferson was so compelling that it earned him multiple award nominations, cementing his status as a television legend. Sherman Hemsley's extensive career beyond the Jeffersons. Though Hemsley will always be most associated with George Jefferson, his career spanned much more than that. After the Jeffersons, Hemsley went on to star in NBC's Amen from 1986 to 1991, playing the role of Deacon Ernest Fry. The show was another sitcom hit, where Hemsley brought his trademark humor and wit to the role of a church deacon. He also made guest appearances on other popular television series, including The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, where he played Judge Carl Robertson, and even lent his talents to Dinosaurs, a series that showcased his versatility as an actor. Hemsley's ability to transition between roles was a testament to his range, but it was George Jefferson that remained his most enduring legacy. Sherman Hemsley's personal life and privacy. Despite his fame, Sherman Hemsley was known to be an intensely private person. Unlike his outgoing, bold characters, Hemsley was described as shy and reclusive, avoiding the Hollywood limelight. He never married and had no children, and very little was known about his personal life. He granted a rare video interview in 2003 to the Archive of American Television, where he discussed his role as George Jefferson and the challenges of bringing such a bold character to life. In the interview, Hemsley admitted that playing George was hard for him, but he embraced the character and made it his own. Sherman Hemsley passed away on July 24, 2012, at the age of 74, at his home in El Paso, Texas. His death was the result of complications from superior vena cava syndrome, which was linked to lung cancer. Hemsley had been battling the disease, but his passing came as a shock to fans and fellow actors alike. Following his death, a legal dispute arose over his estate when a Philadelphia man named Richard Thornton claimed to be Hemsley's long-lost brother. The drawn-out proceedings ultimately ended in favor of Hemsley's longtime friend and business partner, Flora Isella Enchinton, who inherited his estate. At the time of his death, Sherman Hemsley's net worth was estimated to be around $2 million. This wealth was primarily derived from his acting career. While Hemsley may not have been one for the Hollywood spotlight, his work left an indelible mark on the television industry, and his portrayal of George Jefferson remains one of the most iconic in sitcom history. Liz Torres as Teresa Betancourt. Liz Torres made her mark on All in the Family in 1976, portraying the character of Teresa Betancourt, a Puerto Rican nursing student who becomes involved with the Bunker family. Teresa first meets Archie Bunker when he is admitted to the hospital for surgery, and later rents Mike and Gloria's former room in the Bunker house. She affectionately calls Archie Poppy during their interactions, which added a unique layer to the dynamic between Archie and his family. However, the character of Teresa did not resonate strongly with viewers, and she was phased out by the end of the 1976-77 season, appearing in just 7 episodes. Though her role on All in the Family was brief, it was significant in showcasing her talent early in her career. The role was written for Torres after Norman Lear spotted her on The Tonight Show, which led to her being cast on the show. Her time on All in the Family was a formative experience, and she had a memorable rapport with Carroll O'Connor, who portrayed Archie Bunker. The two discovered that they had both taught at the same New York high school, which had a tough reputation. Torres once described it humorously, saying, "Girls would go into the washroom and disappear for 3 years." Following her time on All in the Family, Liz Torres continued to work extensively in television. She became a regular on Phyllis, the spin-off of the Mary Tyler Moore Show, and later starred in a wide range of television shows. Torres is perhaps best known for her recurring role as Miss Patty in the hit series Gilmore Girls, where she played a beloved member of the town's social circle. Torres and her co-stars, especially Sally Struthers, who portrayed Gloria on All in the Family, reunited for this series, picking up right where they left off after decades apart. Her career also included guest roles on popular shows like The Wonder Years, Scandal, and the famous Teddy Z, for which she received an Emmy nomination. Torres was recognized for her versatility and ability to bring heart and humor to every role she took on. She also worked with Norman Lear again on The Jeffersons, further solidifying her connection to the legendary producer. Born and raised in the Bronx, New York, Liz Torres comes from Puerto Rican roots. Her parents had relocated from Puerto Rico, and Torres grew up in a culturally rich environment. She attended New York University to study drama, setting the stage for her future success in television. Throughout her career, Torres was known for her work ethic, saying in a 1994 interview with the Los Angeles Times, "I'm one of those actresses who never turns down a part no matter how small. I take everything." Despite not achieving significant financial success, Torres built an impressive body of work and earned recognition for her talent rather than her wealth. Torres was previously married to movie producer Peter Locke, the founder of the Kushner-Locke Company, though they divorced in 1977. She now resides in Los Angeles and serves on the board of directors of Right Act Repertory, a testament to her continued dedication to the arts. Liz Torres may have only been part of All in the Family for a brief moment, but her career has spanned decades, and she remains a beloved figure in the world of television. From her role as Teresa Betancourt to her fan-favorite portrayal of Miss Patty on Gilmore Girls, Torres's contributions to the entertainment industry are enduring. And there you have it. Who was your favorite member of the All in the Family cast? Comment down below to let us know. Thanks for joining us. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.